Good evening, everyone. It's time for Great Plains Lutheran Athletics. Tonight it's Panther football, the final home game of the season. The Panthers welcome to Allen Mitchell Athletic Complex the Smet Bulldogs. As we're getting ready for the football game tonight, the Smet Bulldogs starting lineup was just introduced, so now we're about to meet the Panthers. And it's their offense. There's the quarterback, Jarrett Bauer, senior. Fullback, another senior. That's Justin Tucker, number 2. There's Ryan Jenstead, another senior, number 5. Another senior, Lucas Johnson, the fullback, 23. And the final senior, the center, number 40 is Will Krenz. Gets a nice hug there from Coach Schleusner. All the seniors did. They're the only ones introduced tonight. The 5 seniors. Final home game. Captains will march out in just a moment. We'll have the coin toss and see who will start tonight with the football. On a map, Smet is about 45 minutes south and west of Watertown, almost straight west of Brookings, if you know where that is, just 15 miles or so west of Brookings in east central South Dakota. The Bulldogs coming in at 1-5, but that I have it from a good source. That record is a bit deceiving. They're a much better team than that record might indicate. Played some of the same teams that the Panthers have played. Last week, they went against Hamlin, top team in the state. And that did not go well for Smet. That was maybe that was last week. 41-6, Hamlin with the win. Here's the rundown for Smet's. We have a little time here before kickoff. The rundown for Smet's games. Kimball White Lake, first game of the season, 36-34 loss. Then they played Garrettson, another close loss, 35-24. Then it was a big loss to Hanson. Then they lost to Elkton Lake Benton, 65-20. Then got their only win against Florence Henry 2 weeks ago, 54-14. And then last week played against Hamlin and lost that one 41-6. They'll be against Esteline Hendricks next week at home in the final game of the season. So you've probably seen a couple of common opponents there. Here's the Panthers rundown. They started 3-0. Since then, they've lost 3 straight to land at 3-3 coming into tonight's game. Panthers with that 3-game winning streak, Waverly South Shore, Wabash Summit, and Florence Henry. And then lost to Hamlin, Elkton Lake Benton, and Britton Hecla. Next week, the Panthers on the road against Wilmot. Wilmot is not playing tonight against Britton Hecla, but they, last I heard, are hoping to be able to play next Friday in the season ender at Wilmot. Tonight it's the Panthers and the Bulldogs on a nice, beautiful fall day in Watertown today. I think it got up to the mid-60s, sunny skies, not a cloud in the sky. And the temperature now as the sun is just about behind the clouds and the temperature has dropped probably closer to 50 degrees, mid-50s at game time, and it will drop as the night goes on, kind of a crisp fall evening. Again, hardly any clouds in the sky, so that heat is not going to be held in. It's going to be a cool night for football, but good football weather. The Panthers will kick off. And we are underway. Short kick bounces at the 30 and is fallen on there by Smet, and that's where they'll start. Smet's going to start just inside the 30-yard line. Coy Van Regenmorter jumped on that kickoff, so they'll spot the ball at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for Smet. Shotgun snap, quarterback Brody Helverson. Well, that's Helverson there with the ball running around the right side. Has an opening, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to take it all the way down the sideline, and one man's going to try to catch him, and Lucas Johnson does not, and that is a long touchdown on the first play of the game. Brody Helverson took a handoff, started right, cut back left, and went the distance for a touchdown. 72-yard touchdown on the first play of the game for Smet. One of the GPL coaches told me tonight that will be one of the keys, if not the key to the game, is don't give up the big plays. Smet will line up and go for two. Helverson under center. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be good for a two-point conversion. And just like that, Smet is up 8-0, 15 seconds into the game. Slayton Wilkinson on the carry for the two-point conversion, number 20. And the Panthers start off in a hole. We'll take a short break and come back to Allen Mitchell Field right after this. Back deep for the Panthers, Ryan Genstead and Caleb Canas. Kick will go towards Canas, over his head, bounces at the 10, at the 5, and he's going to pick that up at the goal line. A lot of white shirts in front. He's going to get it out to the 10-yard line, and that's it. So the Panthers will start deep in their own territory in the first drive. Looks like they'll spot the ball at about the 12-yard line. And here come the Panthers. It's been a while since they've been able to move the ball consistently, having been shut out in the previous 3 games. We'll see if the Panthers offense can get on track tonight. Senior quarterback Jarrett Bauer, last one to the huddle with the opening play. The Panthers will start at the 11-yard line. Looks like Johnson and Canas in the backfield in an I set. Carly split wide to the right side. Bauer under center. He'll give to Canas. Has some room to run, gets across the 20-yard line. That'll be a Panther first down on the first carry for the Panthers. Gain of +10 on the play. Tackle by Wilkinson, Slayton Wilkinson. There's a number of Wilkinsons on this Smet team. Slayton is a senior, Big Grant is a senior, and then Carter is a junior. Panthers will start here at the 22-yard line on this play. 1st and 10. 11-yard gain on first down by Canas. He stays in the backfield with Johnson. Same set. Carly here to the near side. Bauer back under center. Gives this time to the fullback Johnson. Not much. Hit and drop for maybe a 1-yard gain. First there, I think, was Grant Wilkinson, or maybe that was Carter. They're both big guys, that's for sure. Grant listed at 6'8", 320. Carter, 6'5", 235. In between them is Donovan Sandven, number 60. On the end here is number 10. That's Brody Helverson. 2nd and 9. Here's Canas up the middle. Now cuts to the outside, has room to run across the 30, 35, 40. Pushed out of bounds there after another big gain for the Panthers. Caleb Canas gets all the way across the 40-yard line for a Panther first down. Canas just a sophomore. And the Panthers moving the ball. Ball's up to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Knaus and Johnson still in tight in the backfield from an I. Bauer under center. Carly split to the near side. Same set again. Here's a pitch to Knaus. Johnson blocking out front. Has a nice block. Knaus gets across the 45 and picks up 6 more on that play. Stop made by Owen Anderson for the Bulldogs. Out to the 48-yard line. Gain of 6 on first down. 2nd and 4 here for the Panthers. Logan Bergen checks in for the Panthers with a new play. He'll split here to the near side. Same set. I set, Johnson and Knaus. Bauer under center, gives to Johnson straight up the middle, and he has a Panther. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Unless they're going to say he was down. They are going to say he was down. He just got enough, I think, for the first down. Then the ball came loose, but the referees said he was down before he lost the ball, and that's a Panther first down across midfield into Bulldog territory. Wilkinson on the stop for the Bulldogs. Carter Wilkinson. And Carly will bring in a new play for the Panthers. 9 minutes to play in the first quarter. If you joined us late, Smet is already up 8-0, having went 72 yards on the first play of the game for a long touchdown run. Panthers 1st and 10, pitch to Knaus. Cuts back, and he's going to be hit for a loss back across the 50-yard line. No room to run that time. 3 or 4 Bulldogs there to meet Knaus, trying to get around the left side. It'll be a loss of 3 on the play, back to midfield. And from there, the Panthers will face 2nd down and 13. Quick huddle, I set. Bergen split wide to the right side. Bauer under center. He'll give to Johnson up the middle. Takes a tackler with him for a few yards and gets all the way down near the 40-yard line. Good strong run there by Johnson. Halverson, the tackler for Smet. And the Panthers are going to face a 3rd and 3 from the 41-yard line. Maybe 3rd and 4. With 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. Bauer tight under center again. Carly split wide to the right side. Bauer gets the snap, fakes a handoff, drops back, steps up, throws downfield. Carly's down there, and there's going to be a flag, and that looks to me like defensive pass interference. It's on one or the other. It's pass interference. It's just either it was on the offense or the defense, and I'm pretty sure I saw defensive pass interference. Let's see what the call is. It was way down around the 15-yard line. Bauer basically just threw that down. Yeah, it's going to be on the Bulldogs. Threw that downfield. It was a jump ball. I didn't catch the number of the defender, but it's a pass interference on Smet. That'll give the Panthers a first down. And they'll continue this drive deeper into Smet territory. It'll go inside the 30-yard line all the way down to the 26, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers, and they'll break the huddle. Johnson, the fullback. Behind him is Knaus. Bauer under center. Pitch to Bauer, running right. Hit and dropped in the backfield for a loss. Owen Anderson got through there, and Knaus has dropped for about a 5-yard loss back outside the 30-yard line. Loss of 6 on the play, so it's 2nd down and 16 for the Panthers. Carly will split wide to the left side. Bauer under center again, in tight. And he will give to Johnson. Fumble. Smet's going to jump on it, and there's the first turnover of the game. I don't know if Johnson ever completely had that or not, but it's a fumble by the Panthers, and Smet will take over. Good-looking drive for the Panthers. Started way back at the 12-yard line, so they moved the ball. Several first downs on the drive, but it ends in a turnover. And Smet's going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they already lead 8-0. See if the Panthers can stop these big plays. Shotgun snap here for Smet. Receiver split out to both sides. In motion is Regenmorter. He's going to get the ball, and he's going to be dropped there for a loss. I think that was Jeremiah Martins, the first one there for the Panthers. Loss of 1 on the play. Back to the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 11 from there. Quarterback this time tight under center from an I set. Handoff to the tailback, up the middle, near the 35-yard line. Dropped there by Carly, and Krenz was there. Wilkinson on the carry, number 20 for Smet. 3rd and 5 from the 35-yard line. Chance here for the Panther defense to get off the field. Shotgun, receivers to both sides, single setback. Quarterback back to pass. Halverson rolling, throwing, overshot his man, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down play. That's Brody Halverson, the senior quarterback. It'll be 4th and 5 from the 35. Let's see what Smet wants to do here. Head coach Brandon Pitts. I saw a couple of different guys warming up, punting pregame. One of them was Wilkinson. Looks like he's going to do the punting. That's Carter Wilkinson. And Canas will be back deep for the Panthers about the 30-yard line. And here's a penalty. I hope that's not on the Panthers. They only need 5 for a 1st down. It looks like they're pointing that way. They're going to mark off 5 yards. It's going to be just short of the 1st down. That might change things. Are they going to say it is a 1st down? That's a 1st down. Big penalty there on the Panthers. They jumped off sides on the punt, and the drive will remain alive for Smet. Probably a hard count. So from the 41-yard line, Halverson tight under center, gives to the tailback again, cuts back, and dropped there by Krenz across the 45-yard line to the 47. Will Krenz on the stop. It was Wilkinson on the carry, Slayton Wilkinson. And a 2nd and short coming up here for Smet. 5:14 to play. 1st quarter, Smet on top, 8-0. This time Halverson will go from a shotgun. Receivers to both sides. That's Wilkinson in motion over to the right. And he's going to get a wide receiver screen at the line of scrimmage. Missed tackle there, and Wilkins going to go across midfield and get into Panther territory across the 35, down just short of the 30-yard line. They'll mark the ball at the 33-yard line, and the Bulldogs on the move, aided by a big penalty on the Panthers. Back to an I set. Regenmorter and Wilkinson in the backfield. Wilkinson goes in motion. Regenmorter up the middle. Hit there by, I think that was Aiden Cameron on the stop. Hit and pushed back. Good tackle by Cameron. Gain of 3 down to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 7 here for Smet, with under 4 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Back to the shotgun. Wilkinson, the lone setback, receivers to both sides. Halverson gets the snap, straight drop back, throws across the middle. Is that caught? Looked like Cameron had a chance for an interception, but I think it's caught by Smet right near that 1st down stick. Immediate tackle by Canas. And it's just short of the first down. So 3rd and 1 here for Smet from the 24-yard line. I set in the backfield. Helverson under center. He's going to keep it himself. Runs left and has a first down. Dives ahead inside the 20-yard line. Tackle made by Canas. And the drive will continue for Smet at the 19-yard line with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Smet leading at 8-0. I set as Regan Mortar and Wilkinson. Pitch to Wilkinson, running left, trying to get outside. Now cuts it back and is hit and dropped at about the line of scrimmage. A lot of Panthers were there. Johnson, Canas, Carley. Maybe even a loss on the play. It'll be 2nd down for Smet. They put the ball back at the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 11 from there, with 2:15 to play in the first quarter. Ball here on the near hash mark. Helverson under center from an I set. He's going to keep it. Cuts back. Dropped near the line of scrimmage. Might have gained 1 or 2. Not much. Therefore, Great Plains on the stop. I think Tyler Broomer was over there. 3rd and long here for Smet. Ball's marked at the 18-yard line. They need to get just inside the 10 for a first down, so it's about a 3rd and 9 here coming up for Smet. And they'll walk to the line, everyone in tight. This time they got 3 backs, the wishbone behind the quarterback. Last man gets the handoff, runs left, breaks through the line, and goes in for a touchdown. Wilkinson on the touchdown for Smet. And they increase the lead 14-0 pending this conversion. That was Slayton Wilkinson. And from here, with my old eyes, that 20 sometimes looks to me like a 10, so I apologize. He might have been the one that had that long touchdown in the first quarter. It was either 10 or 20. It was 20. Yeah, I called it wrong. It was the wrong number. The try for 2 is stopped by the Panthers. Run went right up the middle. Ball came loose, and the 2-point conversion fails. 1:10 to play first quarter. It's Smet 14, Great Plains 0. We'll take a break and come back. Panthers set to receive a kickoff. Caleb Canas back deep, along with Grady Hermo. They'll wait the kick around the 10-yard line. Wilkinson doing the kicking for Smet. Grant Wilkinson. Heads towards Canas. Caught cleanly. 20, 25, 30-yard line, hit and stop there, and here comes the Panthers offense for the second time. Had a pretty good drive first time. stopped on a turnover. They lost the ball on a fumble deep into Smet territory around the 25-yard line. But they did move the ball, and they're going to need to do that too. They don't want Smet to get too far in front. Already down 14-0. Minute to play in the first quarter. And Jarrett Bauer will run the play in from the sideline. Final home game of the season. 5 seniors for the Panthers. All announced before the game: Bauer, Tucker, Jenstead, Johnson, and Krenz. This time shotgun for Bauer. Here's a handoff to Knaus, who then pitches to Johnson, and he breaks a tackle and gets about a 9-yard pickup on first down. Interesting play there. Shotgun snap to Bauer, hands to Knaus, who then pitches to Johnson, running right, and picks up 9 on first down to the 39-yard line. New play here, run in from Carley. Winding down here in the first quarter. Shotgun for Bauer again. Krenz the center. Here's that same play running the other side. Johnson is going to dive ahead, and I don't know if he's not going to have the first down. He only needed a yard, and he dove ahead and only got back to the line of scrimmage. I think that was the exact same play. Ran to the other side. Handoff to Knaus, and then he pitched to Johnson. And it actually resulted in maybe a half-a-yard loss. And that was the final play of the first quarter. So we're in Watertown at Allen Mitchell Athletic Complex, home of the Watertown Arrows, and tonight the Great Plains Lutheran Panthers. And after 1 quarter to Smet 14, Panthers 0. We'll take a break and come back for quarter number 2 in 1 minute. All right, starting the second quarter, Panthers need a first down here. It's 3rd down and 1. Bauer under center. Johnson falls ahead. I think he has it. Near side official showing that he does have it by a half a yard. Now he's moving in just a little bit. It's really close, and it is a first down. Panthers needed that. Keep the ball, keep the drive. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers just outside the 40-yard line. Bauer under center, fakes a pitch, throws downfield, caught across midfield, 9-yard pickup, caught by the tight end Broomer.
Bauer's pass complete to Broomer.
9-yard pickup right at midfield for the Panthers. Bergen runs in a new play. 2nd and 1 for the Panthers. Bergen split wide to the left side. Bauer shotgun. Snap is good. Bauer straight drop back. Has time. Throws downfield. Overshot his man. That was Bergen out there. Ball well overthrown. And that will bring up 3rd and short. I like the play call on 2nd and 1. Throw it downfield. Assume you've got 2 chances from midfield to get 1 yard. And throw it downfield on 2nd and 1 and see what develops. Incomplete pass will be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers at midfield. Bauer shotgun. Here's that handoff pitch play. This is not going to work. Johnson's hit for a loss all the way back to the 45-yard line. A lot of Bulldogs in there. They try to run that handoff pitch play to the left side. It did not work. And now the Panthers have a decision to make on 4th down. 4th and 6 from their own 45-yard line. Bergen checked in for Bauer, so it looks like the choice is to punt. $10:15 to play in the first half. Smet leading 14-0. Bergen gets the punt away. Low kick heading towards the sideline. It's going to be taken on 2 hops by Helverson, running wide to the left side. Now he cuts it back up the middle, and I think that's Cameron there on the stop. I couldn't tell who that was. Cameron was there, and then he had help from Canas. So Smet will take the ball back again, and they're going to mark it just across the 35-yard line. Justin Tucker checking in for the Panthers again on defense. We got a stoppage of play. There's a flag way back in the backfield. Let's see what this is. Holding on to Smet on the punt return, so that'll cost them 10 yards. Five yards. A 5-yard hold. Ball near the 25-yard line. Smet breaks the huddle. Receivers to both sides. Shotgun for Helverson. He drops straight back. A lot of time. Takes off, and Cameron is there. And Helverson got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not sure if that was a designed run or not. Looks like he looked downfield, didn't like what he saw, decided to keep it. Cameron came up quickly. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for Smet. Everybody in tight. There's that wishbone. They scored a touchdown on this play. Here's a pitch to the tailback. Hit, spins, and dropped at the 30-yard line. Canas was there. Carley was there. Short gain to the 30. 3rd down and 6 here for Smet. Chance here for the Panther defense to get the ball back. Coach Schleusner, cheering his defense on, senses this is a big play for the Panthers to get the ball right back and not let this game get away in the first half. 2 receivers to the left side. Shotgun snap on 3rd and 6. Helverson back to pass. Looks, throws. Jensted's there on defense, gets some help. And are they going to get that first down or not? Jensted with the initial tackle, he kind of broke loose of that. And then Martins was there to help. And with a second effort, I think Smet might have had that. They did get a first down. Near stop there for the Panthers, and the drive will remain alive for Smet at the 36-yard line. $8:20 to play in the first half. Nice mid-October night for high school football. A beautiful day in Watertown. Temperature dropping here into the 50s, maybe the low 50s, if not the 40s by the end of this game. 1st and 10. Wishbone set. Fake pitch. Handoff now to the fullback, and he's tripped up. Johnson tripped him up. Short gain on 1st down. Regan Mortar on the carry. Calling it a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 for Smet from the 37-yard line. 4th possession here for Smet. The first 2 both resulted in touchdowns. Now we have a flag before the ball is snapped. Someone's not lined up right. Well, we're going to call a false start on to Smet. That'll push him back 5 yards and make this a 2nd and +10. And they'll re-huddle. Second down, 13 for DeSmet. Shotgun here for Helverson. 2 receivers to the far side. Keeps it himself. Hit by Canas. Hard hit there between the quarterback and I think that was Canas. No, that was Martins. Helverson fell ahead to about the 40-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 from there. Another chance here for the Panthers to get off the field. 3rd and 6 at the 40-yard line. And we're going to see a timeout taken by the Panthers. 6:38 to play in the first half. DeSmet leading 14-0. We'll take a short break and come back right after this timeout. So that last carry by Helverson, it was Caleb Canas who was the first man there to hit Helverson, and he's now being checked out on the sideline. He came off. One of the top defenders for the Panthers, sophomore Caleb Canas. So for DeSmet, they're going to have a 3rd down here and 6 from the 40-yard line. Coach Schleusner took a Panther timeout, again sensing a big chance here for his defense to come up with the play. Needing a stop to get the ball back. Last time DeSmet had the ball, the Panthers did come up with a big 3rd down stop, but then jumped off sides on the punt. That 5-yard penalty resulted in a DeSmet 1st down, and they ended up taking that drive in for a touchdown. So same situation here. Ball's about the same spot. 40-yard line, their own 40, 3rd and 6. Big chance here for the Panther defense. And they have that wishbone set. 3 backs in the backfield behind Helverson. And we got movement on both sides. It's going to be what? False start on DeSmet. That'll push him back 5 yards and make this 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 11 now. Let's see if the Panthers can get a stop. They really need here. DeSmet helps him out there, pushes him back 5 yards on the false start. And they'll have a different set here. New play, receivers to both sides, shotgun for Helverson. Wilkinson also in the backfield on 3rd down 11. And we've got a timeout here by DeSmet. Brandon Pitts looked and didn't like something. So DeSmet's going to take this timeout, 6:37 to play in the first half, and we'll keep it here this time and just kind of run through what these drives have looked like so far in this game. My partner here, Abe Jenstead, handing me the drive chart. So let's go through it. Your grandpa will appreciate this. DeSmet had the ball first, and first play from scrimmage tonight, 72-yard touchdown run. One play, 72-yard touchdown run, 2-point conversion, made it 8-0. Panthers' first drive, they moved the ball pretty well. 9-play drive, and they were on the march, but then they lost the ball on a fumble by Lucas Johnson about the 25-yard line of DeSmet. DeSmet takes over, and they go 70 yards on 12 plays, cap it off with about a 10-yard touchdown run by Wilkinson, his second of the day. And the 2-point conversion failed, and that made it 14-0. Then the Panthers go 6 plays and eventually have to punt it away. And now DeSmet has the ball again, their third drive of the night. And here we go, 3rd down 11 for DeSmet from their own 35-yard line. Shotgun for Wilkinson, receivers to both, or for Helverson, receivers to both sides. Back to pass. Now being chased, he's going to be hit and sacked and dropped for a loss. Will Krenz is there for the sack. I think it was Broomer who chased him out of the pocket, forced him to step up into the pocket, and that's where Krenz was. Maybe Cameron was there too. But I think Krenz, the bulk of that sack goes to him. And the Panthers get the stop they really needed. And so DeSmet will punt away. Wilkinson into punt. I think that's Canas back deep. That would be a really good sign if he's back in the game. One of the top players for the Panthers. He's going to let this bounce, and the Panthers will get pretty good field position. It looks like it's going to be downed somewhere near the 37-yard line, 38-yard line. And the Panthers offense back out on the field, down 14-0, 5:45 to play, first half. They've moved the ball, but still looking for the end zone. They'll start this drive at the 38. Here comes Jarrett Bauer. Looks like both these teams have about the same numbers. A little more than 20. Or right around 20. Bauer to Johnson, or that's Canas, hit at the line, and is going to be stopped for a short gain. Slayton Wilkinson there for DeSmet. He's been all over the field tonight. The senior, number 20, both sides of the ball. One of 3 Wilkinsons out there for DeSmet. New play run in for the Panthers by Holden Carley, the junior wideout. 2nd down and 9 for Great Plains at their own 39-yard line. Canas will split wide as a slot to the right side. Shotgun. Canas in motion. Johnson gets the handoff, hit and dropped for a loss. Nowhere to run. Wilkinson got through there right away. Grant Wilkinson. Also there was Cody Zell for DeSmet. Loss of 3. It'll be 3rd and 12 for the Panthers. 4.5 to play in the first half. Genstead replaces Canas in the backfield. He'll line up as a slot to the right side. Same formation as last time. Bauer from the shotgun. He'll drop back to pass. Throws for Genstead. Caught. And he's going to be hit short of a first down at the 45-yard line. Good pass, good catch. It's going to be 4th and 3. What do you do here? Down 14-0. You don't want to give DeSmet good field position. This will not be an easy 3 yards. I can promise you that. 3:45 to play first half. Tough call. I'm not sure what I would do. Doesn't matter what I would do. Coach Schleusner showing he's going to go for it. Maybe you try to draw him off sides. Do you have that play in the playbook? That's what DeSmet did to Great Plains in the first quarter. Lining up to go for it. Genstead the eye set with Johnson in the backfield. 4th and 3. Big play here for the Panthers. Bauer under center, and Schleusner's going to call a timeout. Timeout, Panthers, to talk about this, what they will do on this 4th down play with 3:14 to play in the first half. Enough time for us to step out and take a break. We'll be right back. All right, let's see what the Panthers do. Still, Bauer's still in there. He's the quarterback. Bergen, the punter, is split wide here to the far near side. So the Panthers going for it. 4th down and 3. Johnson and Genstead, I set in the backfield. Bauer under center. And that might be what they wanted. There's a penalty. Did they get Smet to jump off sides? If they did, it's going to be no. The Panthers jumped. False start on the Panthers, and now they're going to have to punt. So the Panthers will punt away here. 3:14 to play first half. Might have been the plan all along, just to see if they could draw them off, and if they didn't, they'd end up taking a penalty and punting. We'll never know until we ask Coach. Bergen will punt. Good snap. Oh, he dropped it, picks it up, and he is not going to be able to get a punt away. And he's just going to throw it, and that, I don't know if that's going to be an incomplete pass. We'll see if they end up throwing a flag and calling that intentional grounding. I can't believe they're going to let him allow that. They are going to call it an incomplete pass. I guess there was a receiver in the area. Bergen was just basically being swung around by the defender, and he threw it downfield, but it was close enough to a receiver that they're going to call it an incomplete pass. I suppose it's a net gain of maybe 10 yards if they would have called the sack or called the penalty. Anyway, Smet has the ball at the Great Plains 40-yard line, 1st and 10. 3:06 to play first half. Panthers defense has to step up here again. Wishbone. Hand off, the last man through, trying to get outside. Swarm of Panthers are there, and there's going to be no gain on the play. I think it was Wilkinson on the carry. And stop for no gain. It'll be maybe 1, 2nd down from the 39-yard line. Clock running, 2:40 to play first half. Each team has timeouts left. I think Smet has 2 left. Panthers have already taken 2. Wishbone. 3 backs in the backfield. Last man through gets the handoff. Hit and stood up there after a short gain. Cameron was there again. Martins. A couple of juniors for the Panthers. Short gain. 3rd down here. 3rd down from the 37-yard line. 3rd and 7. Panthers need a stop. I'd like to see the halftime score no worse than what it is right now, 14-0. Full house backfield. Helverson under center. Pitch. Wilkinson running outside left. Turns the corner and is going to be across that first down mark. First down for Smet. Out of bounds by Cameron inside the 30-yard line. That'll stop the clock for the moment. 1:54 to play first half. Ball set at the 28-yard line. The clock now winds. Panthers defense desperately hoping to get a stop here to close out the half. And if they do, that'll carry a little momentum into the halftime locker room. Full house backfield on 1st and 10. Fake pitch. Up the middle. Not much. Genstead there on a tackle for Great Plains. He was the first one there. Carley helped finish it up, as did Canas. Short gain. Timeout taken here, I assume, by Smet. Clock stops with 1:24 to play first half. Ball's right at the 25-yard line, where it will be 2nd down for Smet. Timeout here. We'll take a short break and come right back. Allen Mitchell Athletic Complex, home of the Watertown Arrows. Tonight, the Great Plains Lutheran Panthers, who are looking for a stop on second down for Smet from the 25-yard line. Shotgun, pitch, running outside. Carly missed a tackle. Cameron couldn't get him down. Still on his feet is Wilkinson, and he's going to try to beat that last man at the corner of the pylon. Touchdown. Couple of chances there for the Panthers. Wilkinson's a slippery running back, strong runner. He's got some speed, some moves, and he wanted to go to the right side, ends up cutting it back and going all the way into the left corner of the end zone for a Smet touchdown here late in the first half. Classic case of a cutback forced by the defense. And then Wilkinson went left and took it all the way into the end zone. And they'll go for two with that full house backfield under Helverson, the quarterback. Pitch, Wilkinson. Same spot as the touchdown. He's in for two. And Smet takes a 22-0 lead. 1:12 to play first half. Well, the Panthers are going to have to see if they can do something here in this last minute 12 of the first half. They've had some success on offense. See if they can get a big play here. They've got a couple of guys that they've shown they can break it and have the speed to go the distance if they can get them out in the open. That would be a great way to end this half if they can make a big play. At the very least, keep the ball. Don't give Smet another crack at it. And regroup at halftime. Smet coming in at 1-5, but we knew they were better than that record would indicate. Got some big guys on that line, and Wilkinson, a very talented skill player. Panthers need a big play or two of their own to get back in this game. Genstead and Canas back deep, awaiting the Wilkinson kick. Short kick. It's going to go out of bounds on the 38-yard line. That'll be a penalty on Smet. Kickoff cannot go out of bounds. So they'll mark off the penalty from where it went out, I believe, which was the 38-yard line, 39-yard line. That's a 5-yard penalty, so the Panthers will get the ball at the 44-yard line. One timeout, a minute 12 to work. Bauer will take the play in. Canas and Johnson in the backfield. That's an I formation. Bergen split wide to the right side. Bauer under center. Gives to Johnson. Gets near midfield. They'll give him 5 yards on first down. Right up the middle. The fullback dive. Second down and 5. Clock running. Under a minute to play first half. Panthers with one timeout. Genstead replaces Canas in the backfield. New play run in by Carly. I set Genstead and Canas. Bauer under center. That's Will Krenz. Bauer pitched to Genstead. Running right. Cuts back. Hit and dropped for a short loss. Almost got out of that first tackle, but the second one was there right away. Owen Anderson on the stop for Smet. And with 20 seconds left in the half, Panthers do not have to run this play. Bergen's going to head into the huddle with 12 seconds, see if they can get this play off. They're going to have to hurry. I don't think they will. They're going to break the huddle with 5. And they did get it off. Bauer, chased by Wilkinson, steps up, throws it downfield. He's got a man. Bergen is there. It could be. No, they're going to say, I thought maybe the defense got there before the ball, but both refs waved it off. Coach Schleusner wants to know why that's not pass interference. Bergen did get decked. The question is, did he get decked before the ball got there? No penalty. First half ends. And here's the halftime score. Smet 22, Great Plains Lutheran 0. 12 minutes on the clock. We'll take a break and come back and recap this first half and get set for the second half after we take a break. We'll be back to Watertown in 10 minutes. Back in Watertown. Second half is a minute or so away. Abe is here, and Abe's going to give you a rundown of all the drives in the first half.
The Smet Bulldogs started off on their the Panthers' 28-yard line. They had one play resulting in a 72-yard touchdown. And then the Panthers got the ball on their 12-yard line, and they had 9 plays but ended up fumbling it. Then the Bulldogs got it back, started on their 31-yard line, got 11 yards had 11 plays and scored a touchdown. Then the Panthers started on the 30-yard line, had 6 plays and ended up punting. Then the Bulldogs started on the 25-yard line and also had 6 plays and a punt. And then the Panthers started on the 38-yard line, had 3 plays and a punt. And then the Bulldogs started in Panther territory on the 40-yard line, had 4 plays and ended up getting a touchdown. And then the Panthers got the ball with a little bit of time left and had 3 plays and ended up having to stop from halftime.
All right, thanks, Abe. So what that looks like is Smet with 4 possessions. The first 2 were touchdowns, then a punt, and then a touchdown. The Panthers have a turnover, 2 punts, and then their last drive, as Abe said, was right before the end of the first half. So let's see. If I look back at this, the Panthers will get the ball to start the second half, and of course they put more time on the clock. So now what do? We still got 3 minutes before the second half starts, and I have nothing left to say. I can remind you of this. Smet, 1 game left on the schedule for all teams in South Dakota next weekend. Smet will be at home at Wilkinson Field, and they will play Esterline Hendricks in the final game of the regular season. And I had a sheet at one time that showed where these teams were in the playoff race, but I don't have that, so I can't tell you. I don't want to guess, so I'm not sure where they sit, if they're going to make the playoffs or not. The Panthers next week will be on the road against Wilmot in the final game of the regular season. Wilmot forfeited tonight's game against Britton Hecla. Small roster, some injuries, so they did not feel it was safe to play tonight, but they said they're planning on playing next week, seeing if they can get a few guys healthy in time to play the final game next week and send their seniors off in their final home game. So that's the Panthers' final game next week. As of now, it is scheduled to go on. So we'll see what next Friday night brings for these two teams. 1 minute before the second half starts, the Panthers will get the ball, and they're going to need to do something, down 22-0. We'll take one final break and come back for the second half in just 1 minute. Allen Mitchell Athletic Complex in Watertown. A beautiful fall night for football. Little to no wind tonight in Watertown. Clear skies, temperature probably around 50 degrees. As we start the second half, Smet will be kicking off. Grant Wilkinson, the kicker for Smet. Senior Big guy, 6'8", 320, signed to play at South Dakota State. He'll be a Jackrabbit next year. Not far from his home. Smet about 15 miles or so west of Brookings. Second half underway. Genstead back deep with Canas. Kick is heading towards Canas, and he'll catch it at the 15, 25, and hit at the 30-yard line. Cody Zell there for Smet. So here comes the Panther offense starting at the 30-yard line. See if they can get back in the game. Jarrett Bauer, the senior quarterback. Cameron on the line with Martins and Krenz. And Theo Kukan up front in the backfield. Johnson and Canas. Bauer under center. Carly wide to the far side. Here's Johnson tries to make him, Johnson tries to make a move in the backfield as he was hit immediately, dropped for no gain. Sandven and Wilkinson there for Smet. 2nd and 10 here for the Panthers. Bauer goes to the sideline, gets the play himself, which keeps Carly in the game. See where Logan Bergen is. Collision there at the end of the half. And yeah, I see him on the sideline stretching right now. Pitch to Canas. He's going to throw back to Bauer. Caught for the Panthers, and there goes Jarrett, and there's going to be a penalty. Ball comes loose. Bauer's down. He's down before the ball came loose. We got 2 penalties. I have a feeling it's going to be, well, I won't say. At first I thought maybe face mask, but now I'm seeing possibly holding on the Panthers. Yeah, this is coming back. Tough break there for the Panthers. Good play. It worked. Canas to Bauer, who was wide open, took off downfield. They caught him from behind, but someone with an illegal block for the Panthers. Might be a spot foul, we'll see. Yeah, it's not from the line of scrimmage, so that's the good news. It's from where the foul occurred, which was near midfield. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Panthers at the 39-yard line. So they still get some positive yards on the play. Bauer comes out. Canas is going to come in and play quarterback. That means Genstead in the backfield. And 2nd and 1. Johnson and Genstead in the backfield. Double checking on this play call. They're from an I set. Caleb under center. He's going to keep it himself. Lunge ahead. Is that the Panther version of the tush push? Well, if you're going to go behind big Will Krenz, that's a good place to start. And that's a Panther first down. And Bauer's still on the sideline. It looks to me like eventually he's going to make his way back in the game. But Canas will stay in at quarterback. Genstead and Johnson in the backfield. Carly split wide to the far side. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 41-yard line. Canas under center. Gives to Genstead, trying to find some running room, and there's nothing there. He's going to be hit and dropped for maybe a 1-yard loss. Hit as soon as he got the ball. Nowhere to go. And he'll come off, and replacing him will be Grady Hermo. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11 at the 40-yard line. One thing I notice about Caleb is he does not get down near as low as Bauer under center. And before this play, Panthers are going to take a timeout. Timeout, Great Plains, 9:39 to play 3rd quarter. We'll take a short break and come back to Watertown in just a moment. Second down 11 here for the Panthers right at the 40-yard line. Johnson, Genstead in the backfield. Bauer still on the sidelines. Caleb Knaus under center. He's going to keep it and hit and dropped right away. Owen Anderson there for DeSmet. Another loss of 1 on the play. 3rd and 12 here for the Panthers. Genstead will jog off and get the play from the coach. See what the Panthers can do here to keep the ball on the first drive here of the third quarter. Down 22-0. DeSmet's been in control since the opening play when they went long for a touchdown run. Knaus under center. Back to pass, being chased, steps up. Now he's going to keep it. He's got some room to run, and he's going to get the first down across midfield. Caleb Knaus, well, not a broken play. He wanted to throw downfield, but he was chased out of the pocket by Wilkinson and then used the speed and turned the corner, got around the other Wilkinson, I think, at the line, and scrambled for a first down. The name that comes to mind is way before your time, Fran Tarkenton. He did that for many years, number 10 for the Vikings. All right, here we go. Panthers first and 10 at the 47-yard line into DeSmet territory. Genstead's got to line up here on the near side instead. Shotgun snap. Now he's in motion. He's going to get the ball, tries to get outside, and he can't get outside. Swung down hard out of bounds. Loss on the play. I think it was Van Regenmatter there or Anderson. No gain on the play. Loss on the play. Shaken up. Genstead will come off, replaced by Carley. Swung down hard on the far sideline. Hermo will go into the backfield. Genstead limping off. Try to keep an eye on him on the sideline. So second down here for the Panthers. Second down and 15. Little backfield confusion. Shotgun here for Knaus. He's back to pass. Steps up. Sacked. Big tackle there for DeSmet. Anderson on the stop for DeSmet. That was 20, yeah. Slayton Wilkinson on the tackle for DeSmet. Big loss on the play again. Back to the 44-yard line. Looks like they're looking at Ryan's ankle. I haven't seen Jarrett Bauer. I'm not sure where he is. Looking for him on the sideline as well. Oh, he's over there talking with the trainer. So Knaus, shotgun, back to pass. Quick pass to Johnson, trying to get outside and get that corner turn. He's not quite going to make it. On the stop there for DeSmet was number 12, Blake Jennings. Johnson, no gain on the play, lost a yard or two. Panthers going the wrong way after that nice scramble by Knaus for the first down, and they're going to have to punt it away. 4th and long here for Great Plains with 6:15 to play in the third quarter. And Knaus doing everything. He's going to punt as Bergen is on the sideline. Punt by Knaus is away. Low liner. One bounce. Taken. That's Wilkinson. And he goes down just short of the 40-yard line. Not sure if we're going to see Bauer again or not. So Caleb's going to have a lot of work to do in this game. DeSmet will have the ball at the 39-yard line with 5:45 to play third quarter, leading 22-0. Looks like Genstead's dealing with a cramp. That's what they're trying to work out there on the sideline for him. Shotgun snap here for Smet. Back to pass. Wilkinson throws. Man out of the backfield. Short pass. Incomplete. Cameron and Martin's there on the coverage. Pass intended for Wilkinson from Helverson. Genstead coming back in on defense for Carly. 2nd and 10 for Smet at the 39-yard line. Shotgun for Helverson. Gives to Wilkinson. Runs left. Breaks a tackle. Has a first down. Near midfield. Johnson there for the tackle. First down for Smet. Ball's marked right at the midfield stripe. You see that big W there on the field. Watertown Arrows. State champions a year ago in South Dakota 11 AA football. 1st and 10 here for Smet at midfield. Receivers to both sides. Helverson shotgun. Back to pass. Looks across the middle. Throws. Incomplete. I think they're going to get interference on Canas. He got there just a tick early. Intended for Jennings across the middle. I saw Canas there early before the ball got there. We'll let the referee make this call officially, but I'm pretty sure I got defensive pass interference. Nope, they're going to pick up the flag. What do I know? Refs got together. They're waving off the play. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Smet at midfield. Helverson pitch to Wilkinson, running left, cuts back. Cameron's there. Canas. Hermo out there on defense. 8-yard gain on 2nd down. 3rd and 2 here for Smet. 3rd and short. Ball into Panther territory. They'll mark it at the 42-yard line. So 3rd and 2 coming up. Full house backfield. Helverson under center. Back to pass. Throws for Wilkinson. He broke loose. Gensted's trying to catch him. Goes low. Brings him down. Saves a touchdown. Nice play there for Smet. Hard to stop that. He snuck out there. Pass was right there. Wilkinson goes down. Takes it inside the 5-yard line where Gensted brought him down. To, at least for the moment, stop this drive from ending in a touchdown. Smet will have 1st and goal to the 5-yard line. You'd like to see that kind of hustle play pay off for Genstead to go down and save that touchdown. See if the Panthers can really step it up here. Tall order for this defense to do so. Smet's been able to move the ball pretty consistently all night. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Different set. They got a bunch here to the near side. 3 receivers. Shotgun snap. Helverson rolling, being chased. Throws in the end zone. A lot of bodies hit the ground. Nothing. Incomplete pass. Broomer there on the rush. Chased Helverson, who threw it on the run. The goal line. I saw a couple of people on the ground from both teams, I think. It'll be 2nd down for Smet. Everybody in tight this time. Back to that wishbone behind Helverson. He will give to Wilkinson. No, I'm sorry, that wasn't Wilkinson. Wilkinson with the fake. Instead, they went to the left side. Or was that Wilkinson? That's too far away for these old eyes. Was that 20, Abe? Yeah, Wilkinson ran left. He gets the handoff just about every time. I'm not sure if that was Wilkinson. That might have been Jennings. I thought I saw a fake go to Wilkinson. Was it number 12 on the carry? It was Wilkinson. Okay. Well, so far so good. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 5. Panther crowd trying to cheer on this defense. Oh, there's a penalty. I saw the Panthers jump. Were they drawn offsides? They were not. Offsides on the Panthers, half the distance. It'll be 3rd and goal from inside the 3-yard line. Here comes big Elijah Radke. He'll line up right in the middle of the field. Get some bulk in there. Handoff, Wilkinson. Turns it outside and goes in for the touchdown. He couldn't go where he wanted to go, that hole more up the middle, but then he bounced it outside, as a good running back will do, and went into that corner of the end zone untouched for a touchdown. Is that his 4th touchdown? He's got at least 3. Is that all 4, Abe, for Wilkinson? Slayton Wilkinson, 4 touchdowns unofficially. We've got him 4. And Smet will try for 2, leading 28-0 late in the 3rd quarter. I set, back to pass, throws in the end zone. Wilkinson's there, he's got it. 2-point conversion is caught. That was Carter Wilkinson. And with 2:28 to play in the 3rd quarter, Smet leading Great Plains 30-0. We'll take a short break and come right back. Panthers awaiting the kickoff. Carley and Canas. It'll be Canas. Dropped it. Picks it back up. Hit and dropped at about the 17-yard line. He'll stand at quarterback. I think Jared Powers' night is done. So Genstead will take the play in with Johnson in the backfield. Nope, Johnson out. Justin Tucker will go in the backfield. Panthers will have the ball here 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Lucas taking a break on this play. Shotgun snap for Canas. Dropped the pass or snap, picked it back up. Now being chased. He's going Okay, back in Watertown, not sure what you missed there. Smet with the touchdown. They failed the 2-point conversion, a pass thrown out of the back of the end zone. Good rush on the quarterback. I didn't catch who it was. I think it was Martins that caused the bad throw. Went off the back of the end zone. 7:42 to play. Panthers are going to get the ball back. looking to get in that end zone for the first time. It's been a while. It's been a month since they've got in that end zone. Let's see if they can get it here in the final 7 minutes and 42 seconds. Canas and Hermo are back deep. Johnson's back in the game. He's in the middle. Kick by Wilkinson going towards Hermo. He's going to pick it up at the 5-yard line. He's got that shiftiness. He's taken down just outside the 20-yard line. Moves like a running back, that's for sure. Clock will run now the rest of the game with this 36-point lead for Smet. Panthers will take the ball. Bauer's coming back in at quarterback. Good sign for the Panthers. From the 23-yard line, 1st and 10, receivers to both sides. Shotgun here for Bauer. Back to pass. Screen, caught, Canas, hit, dropped, no gain. As I see Smet, one of those two big Wilkinsons is out. I think Grant is out. He's the senior. Carter looks like he stayed in on the far side. Bauer, shotgun, 2nd and 10. Gives to Canas. Nice move in the backfield. Breaks a tackle, gets across the 30 near the first down. Good hard run there by Caleb Canas. Back playing tailback now. 8-yard pickup, maybe 9. 2nd, 3rd and short here for the Panthers. Bauer jogs back to the sideline to get the new play. 5:45 to play in the game. Carly will split wide to the near side. Bauer under center. Johnson and Canas in the backfield. 3rd and 1. Johnson up the middle, hit and dropped immediately. He fought hard, tried to get out of that tackle, but couldn't. Loss of 1 on the play. Panthers are facing a 4th down. Thought they could get one right up the middle, but Smet was there. And it's 4th down here for the Panthers, and where's Bauer? That'll tell you if they're going to punt or not. Bauer's going back out on the field. And it looks like the Panthers might be going for this on 4th and 3. 2 timeouts left. Bauer under center. He's going to keep it. Hand off to Canas. What I meant by keep it is he's going to get the ball. They're not. I thought maybe they were just going to see if they could draw him off sides. They didn't. They ran the play. And did that result in a 1st down? It did. I thought it was going to be a yard short. But that was enough for a Panther 1st down. Canas on the carry. Got just enough. Receivers to both sides here. Jarrett from a shotgun. Back to pass. Throws downfield for Hermo. It's going to be broken up by Smet. Good coverage. Broken up by Temmie. Is that Chase Temmie, 16? 2nd and 10 here for the Panthers. Clock continues to run with 3:30 to play in the game. Carly back in with the new play. Johnson will be in the backfield. Bauer will go from a shotgun. Receivers on both sides. Bauer back to pass, rolling to the near side, throws downfield. This is Canas, overshot him, incomplete. And it will bring up 3rd and 10. Clock rolling with 2:50 to play. Jarrett's got a pretty good arm. Fired that downfield. Right in the area of Canas, just slightly overthrown. Third and 10. When the ball snapped, we'll be down to close to 2 minutes left in the game. Carley to the far side. Martins to the near side. Bauer, shotgun. In motion is Canas. He gets the handoff, now turns back and goes the other way, and he's going to throw. Hit as he throws. It is nearly intercepted, and then Martins dove and couldn't come up with it. Caleb took a shot as he let that pass go. He pops up, though, and the Panthers face a 4th down and 10 following 3 straight incomplete passes. Clock stays running with the score what it is, 36-0 to Smet. 4th and 10. Bauer back out there, determined to get this first down. Canas will come out. Tough football player, took a shot. He's up and ready to go. No, Bauer's going to punt, I think. Yeah, Bauer's back. 3rd string punter here for the Panthers. Gets the snap, gets the kick. Pretty good kick for a 3rd string punter. Midfield. That's Wilkinson again. He's got speed. Martin's on the pursuit, cuts it back. He's going to try this side. Best athlete on the field. You can see that. He's just got a lot of speed. And Cameron gets him from behind at about the 5-yard line with a minute left in the game. Good hustle. Good run by Wilkinson. Great effort by Cameron, refusing to give up on that play. Saved a touchdown for the moment. And what DeSmet can do is probably sit on it for 1 play, and that'll be the game. By the time they snap the ball, there's going to be less than 30 seconds to go. I would imagine this will be a take a knee and let's get out of here. Next week, DeSmet home against Esteline, and the Panthers, for the moment, on the road against Wilmot. They're going to hand off, and good tackle. Good tackle short of the goal line. DeSmet went for that touchdown. They're not going to get it. It was Will Krenz. Big Will Krenz. Great tackle. Playing hard right to the end. Saves the touchdown. And that'll do it. Final score from Watertown. DeSmet Bulldogs 36. The Great Plains Lutheran Panthers 0. Thanks for tuning in tonight, wherever you may be. Have a good evening, and come back for more Great Plains Lutheran athletics in the near future. Good night from Watertown.